Good evening, everyone. Hi. So today we are going to discuss about the Nata second attempt preparation strategy. Also, we are going to discuss about the how many attempt you should appear in Nata entrance exam. So you can start writing your if anything, if you have to ask, you can ask here. All right, guys. So Nata counseling process, when this will start, right? And how you are going to attempt, right? So these all things we are going to discuss in this. So entire Nata counseling process, how many attempts you should appear in the Nata, because if you appear in all 3 attempts, then in that case average mark of all 3 attempts will be considered as the final marks. So you all are advised to choose wisely, take your decision wisely, and this is very, very important. If you ask me, as per our calculation, one can attempt 2 attempts, so that whichever attempt you have better marks, that will be considered as the final score. Now, when you are appearing it in all 3 attempts, then there will be average marking, right? So it is completely up to you. You can take a call, but we will discuss on this end of the session. Meanwhile, what I'll do, I will take you through the Nata 2020 counseling process. So Nata 2022 counseling key points is: students seeking admission through Nata must note that COA will not conduct in the Nata counseling 22 for admission in BR courses. There will be no centralized counseling for Nata 2022. Admission will be done through Nata 2022 counseling, which is conducted by institute individually. Students have to check the official website of the institution in which admission is there for detail regarding the days of Nata counseling 22 and the procedure for admission. Candidate have to apply for counseling by filling the online application form of the institute and reporting to the institute as per the schedule. So student must fulfill the eligibility criteria of the institute in which admission is desired, failing which they will not be allowed to participate in Nata counseling 2022. So now we will start here Nata counseling procedure. The counseling procedure of Nata 2022 will be scheduled in the month of September 22. Or August also, August last week maybe, right? Because July you have exam, August also you have exam. So August last week, after the declaration of Nata result, all those aspirants who successfully qualify for Nata exam are eligible to appear in the counseling process. Seats are allotted only to those candidates who will visit the counseling center and attend the counseling process in a complete manner. During counseling of Nata 2022, the candidates are required to attend the following stage till the final allotment of the seat. Stage 1, online registration. So this is a stage 1, right? This is a stage 1, and that start with online registration. The candidate who have appeared in Nata entrance test firstly have to visit the official website of Nata. Then the candidate will find a link for counseling for Nata 22 registration. Click on that link to go further. Thereafter, candidates are required to enter some details such as name, date of birth, application number, roll number, and password. Then the candidate have to pay the counseling fee through debit, credit card, challan, net banking. Stage 2, online choice filling and choice locking. After successful Nata 2022 counseling registration, the candidate have to first log in their account. Then the candidate will be able to apply for colleges and branch of their choice. The candidate should make their choice carefully, because choice once get locked will not be changed. So here you need little more attention. So before choosing any campus, you should be very careful. Also, you do proper research. Also, to watch our video, we will be keep posting about the top the state-wise top architecture colleges in India. So every day we are going to post state-wise in Karnataka, or the Maharashtra, UP, Odisha, Bihar. So we are going to post state-wise top architecture colleges. So based on your the suitability, you can choose any architecture college, right? So after choice filling, the candidate are required to log their choices before the deadline. Seat allocation and document verification. Seat allocation for the candidate will be done on the basis of rank of candidate, vacancies, and choice filled by the candidate. The candidate have to pay the amount of fee to confirm the allotment of the seat. The officials will check all the document of the candidate, and they will issue a provisional admission letter to the candidate when you will complete all the counseling process of Nata 2022. Now, step 4, reporting to allotted seat. Allotted institute. The candidate have to report to the allotted college or institute with all the necessary document, certificates. If the candidate fail to do so, then this will result in the cancellation of the seat. Certificate document required at the time of counseling: Nata rank card, SSC pass memo, physical fitness certificate that you can get from any registered medical practitioner, category certificate, counseling letter, class 10th and 12th certificate, Nata admit card, integrate community certificate, 6 passport size photographs. So these things are very, very important. Now few question. It has started. I got the allotment letter. Yeah, so I think people are talking about other the counseling. People are talking about NIFT counseling. So guys, this is the discussion about the Nata. First exam was yesterday, and we are here to help everyone for the counseling of Nata. So this is not related to NIFT. NIFT related live will be after 9 p.m. around 9:15 or 9:30. So you can check out our YouTube live. So we will be live with more detail, and we will help you. So this is so these are the document which is required for Nata counseling. When you will visit at the center: Nata rank card, SSC pass memo, physical fitness certificate, category certificate, counseling letter, class 10th and 12th certificate, Nata admit card, integrate community certificate, 6 passport size photograph, right? So I think those who will be qualified in Nata first, second, or third attempt, only those will be eligible to attend the Nata counseling. And these are the expected cutoff. All right, these are not actual, but these are expected cutoff. So you may consider this as a expected cutoff. And I think this may be less also, but as if now you can consider 75, 78 as its cutoff, because everybody is saying their exam was good. So maybe. right? So the first attempt, I think we have already discussed this. So now we will talk about the Nata counseling date. So exam date, first phase, June 12th, phase July and August, so declaration of Nata 2022 result, phase 1. So expected date is June 28th, phase 2, July 15th, and phase 3 is August 16th. So document required for Nata counseling. So these all we have discussed. Candidate who wish to participate in Nata 2022 counseling process will require to carry all document of educational qualification. 6, passport size photograph, admit card copy. So these things you need. So seat wise, seat intake for Nata counseling: Karnataka 1896, Maharashtra 5167, Kerala 707, Gujarat 1710, West Bengal 88, Punjab 70, UP 1560, MP 330, Chhattisgarh 138, Goa 140, Haryana 610, Himachal 40, Rajasthan 270, Tamil Nadu 3010. So these are the seats. So this PDF you can download from the Ignite India app. We are going to leave there so that if anybody want, you can get this. And also tomorrow also we will be live. So let's quickly now review the Nata first attempt question paper. I think a lot of requests we have received for the live session. So in this also you can discuss any any doubt if you have, quickly you can discuss here. So you can discuss here. All right. So and for counseling, NIFT counseling, we will be live after 9 p.m. So this was your question. All right. This was your question for the Nata first attempt flag related, where countries flag was asked, like Netherlands, Australia, Norway flag, and there you had to identify the flag. So you can go through the different countries flag or other, the official symbols, or state-wise government, UP government logo, or Bihar government, Maharashtra government. So these logos are also very, very important for you. So you can go through. So basically your visualization, your observation. So these kind of things are very, very important when you are willing to join any creative field. So these skills are very, very important. And this was then who designed the IIM. So this was the one question. And then list the order in which following were constructed, mark the earliest as number 1. So this is in the order. All right. And here is the detail. This PDF is also there on the Ignite India app. So you can download this, you can check. And then these are the famous architectural building, and the picture is here, and the architect name you can read in the right hand side. So Frank was very famous to using landscape along with his architectural creations. So you will see in this, the architecture building, how he has played with natural landscape. Now this was the another picture, famous architecture building. And so these are these are the question where you can basis on this you can start your strategy for the second attempt of Nata. Ellora Cave, so where it is situated. So this is situated, this is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site and situated in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra, India. It is one of the largest rock cut Hindu temple cave complexes in the world with artwork. Okay. So similarly, other UNESCO World Heritage Site you should go through, you should read, you should make notes. This will be also very helpful for you. Logos related questions, so famous companies logo, famous institute logo, famous. So these all things you should carefully, you should visualize and count the pattern related question, find out type, find out, like, the picture based, memory based, like, question where picture was displayed around 28 seconds, and then there was some question which was asked, then architecture principles and the architectural terminology related, like, question, basic architecture terminology related question. This, so the question was very, very interesting. Then there were principles of design related questions, right? So you all can go through these, like, the contrast, balance, variety, unity, movement, pattern, rhythm, repetition. So I'm just trying to quick, like, run through, because this whole entire video is already uploaded on the Ignite India, but there were some requests in this live session to again run through. So that is why I'm doing it. This is based on the request received from the student. So question asked in the first attempt, there was a question on elevation in a day. How many times do the forehand and minutes hand to clock coincide? There was a question on arranging monuments in order which they were constructed, match the following between architect and their work. So we have discussed everything in previous slide. There were a logo based question on the same was given, and you had to identify the logo. A logo was given, you had to identify which was repeated. There was a question on Oscars, right? Where is Ellora Cape? So we have discussed this. This is in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. There was a question on blood relation related question. There was a question on direction and senses. There was a question on percentage, right? There was a pattern to count the number of figures, identify animal figure, and calculate the number of hanging pictures. All right, so these kind of question was there, were asked in the section 2. There were several surface counting questions. Architecture awareness question were there. Yeah, so these were the, like, question. So I hope briefly, if I say there were several surface counting questions, architecture awareness related questions, aptitude based maximum question were on ratio, proportion, percentage. Mathematics question were on surface area, volume, geometry, right? So these we have discussed, and that this PDF you can download from the Ignite India app. We have kept this PDF, and I think let me introduce Arnes. Arnes was our All India topper. He had ranked number 1 in Nata entrance exam, and he was awarded by, like, the government of Karnataka, and he was very bright student, and of Ignite India, who has topped the Nata. Now these were 2 other, like, our All India toppers, Shruti and Ritikesh. So all right, so Nata counseling we discussed, and I had promised you to discuss in end of the session how many attempts you should appear in Nata. So guys, if you are very sure, okay, and your, like, first attempt was not good, in second attempt, after the second attempt you can decide if you're very sure, because third attempt may be little bit different and we don't know how much marks you will get. So if you're satisfied and if your marks is good in second attempt, then in that case you should leave, you should avoid. If you are sure that in third attempt you can score really well, then you can, or you can see in first attempt is your marks is really low, and second attempt you have a score well, then also you should avoid. So third attempt is really tricky, and maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will be live with more mathematical calculation, right? So that you where what we will do, we will show you live with calculation whether you should attempt for third attempt or not. तो वो कल हम लोग करेंगे, ठीक है? तो काउंसलिंग एक बार फिर से क्विकली ऐसे रन थ्रू कर देते हैं। तो पहला जो होगा प्रोसेस नाटा काउंसलिंग का, आप जब नाटा क्वालिफाई कर जाते हैं तो क्वालिफाइंग मार्क जो है वो अराउंड 75 70 हो सकता है इस बार 2022 में नाटा में। जब आप क्वालिफाई कर जाते हैं उसके बाद पहला जो राउंड होगा वो होगा ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन स्टार्ट होगा नाटा का। तो जो क्वालिफाई करता है उसको नाटा वेबसाइट पे जाके अपने आप को रजिस्टर करना होगा, और कैंडिडेट वहां पे अपना डेट ऑफ बर्थ, एप्लीकेशन नंबर, रोल नंबर, पासवर्ड ये सारा एंटर करके वहां पे अपने आप को रजिस्टर करेंगे। उसके बाद जो काउंसलिंग फी है वो वहां पे नेट बैंकिंग या क्रेडिट कार्ड, डेबिट कार्ड जैसे भी हो वो आपको पे करना पड़ेगा काउंसलिंग फी। उसके बाद स्टेज 2 होगा ऑनलाइन चॉइस फिलिंग। तो ये चॉइस फिलिंग जो होगा इसको आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते, तो उस आपको पहले से रिसर्च कर लेना चाहिए। आपको जो है ये कॉलेज के बारे में पता होना चाहिए कि किस स्टेट में आपको लेना है, कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूट लेना है। जब आप अपना चॉइस जो है लिमिटेड होता है वो जब फिल कर देंगे तो एक लॉक करने का ऑप्शन होता है, और जब आप लॉक कर देंगे तो आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते, वो लॉक हो जाएगा। और एक डेडलाइन होता है, वहीं से आपको उसको आपको जो है फॉलो करना होगा, उसको आपको ऑनर करना होगा। सीट एलोकेशन, डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन, जब आप आपके चॉइस के हिसाब से आपको सीट जो है वो एलोकेट हो जाएगी, और फिर आपको उस इंस्टीट्यूट पे खुद जाना होगा, रिपोर्ट करना होगा अलॉटेड इंस्टीट्यूट पे। अगर आप वहां नहीं जाते हैं तो आपका वो कैंसिल हो जाएगा अलॉटेड कॉलेज। सर्टिफिकेट, डॉक्यूमेंट रिक्वायर एट द टाइम ऑफ काउंसलिंग। तो ये सारी चीजें आपको चाहिए जब काउंसलिंग के लिए आप जाते हैं। ये सारे नाटा रैंक कार्ड, एसएससी पास, जो 12th 10th 12th के सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए। फिजिकल फिटनेस सर्टिफिकेट, आप कहीं पे आप जो है वो किसी मेडिकल रजिस्टर्ड मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर से ले सकते हैं या गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल से ले सकते हैं। कैटेगरी सर्टिफिकेट आप अपने ब्लॉक या डिस्ट्रिक्ट से ले सकते हैं। काउंसलिंग लेटर जो आपको वेबसाइट से मिलेगा वो आप डाउनलोड करके अपने साथ रख सकते हैं। क्लास 10 12 का सर्टिफिकेट, नाटा एडमिट कार्ड का कॉपी, और ये कम्युनिटी सर्टिफिकेट, और 6 पासपोर्ट साइज फोटोग्राफ, ये आपको चाहिए काउंसलिंग के लिए। सो ये सारी चीजें हैं। और नाटा का जो क्वेश्चन पेपर था वो हमने अभी यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर लिया है। इसके बेस पे आप सेकेंड राउंड का जो है वो स्ट्रैटेजी अपना वो बना सकते हैं। तो कुछ लोगो थे, कुछ ऐसे IIM या जो इंपॉर्टेंट बिल्डिंग्स हैं फेमस, उनसे रिलेटेड फर्स्ट राउंड में क्वेश्चन था। फिर जो हिस्टोरिकल ऐसे बिल्डिंग्स हैं उनसे रिलेटेड था। फिर आर्किटेक्चर और उनके जो फेमस वर्क हैं उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन था। और काउंट द पैटर्न रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन की कोई एक पैटर्न है उसमें कितने कोई शेप है, या पिक्चर के अंदर किसी चीज को ढूंढना है, या फिर उसमें डिफरेंट या फिर कोई छुपा हुआ है वैसा। तो ऐसे बहुत सारे हमने डिस्कस किए हुए हैं। तो इस तरह के जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं इनको बनाने के लिए प्रैक्टिस चाहिए होता है। तो आपको ये रिकमेंडेड है कि आप टेस्ट सीरीज वगैरह जो है वो ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। आप इग्नाइट इंडिया के भी टेस्ट सीरीज को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। इफ यू वांट टू ज्वाइन, आप इस पे 9148882412 पे हमसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हो, व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज भी कर सकते हो। और इग्नाइट इंडिया ऐप डाउनलोड करके ये PDF जो हम अभी आपके साथ बात करें इसको आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। ये अवेलेबल है फ्री स्टडी मटेरियल सेक्शन में। तो एक आर्किटेक्चर जो टर्मिनोलॉजी होती है उसके रिलेटेड भी जो है वो क्वेश्चन था, वहां भी आप इसको आप देख सकते हैं। तो ये भी एक जो है वो क्वेश्चन था आपके लिए। और इसके बाद जो है ये प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ डिजाइन और ये जो इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन थे। तो आई होप दिस, और ये हमारे स्टूडेंट हैं अर्नेस्ट, इन्होंने नाटा में रैंक 1 लाया था, और बाकी कुछ और टॉपर हैं। और आप अगर नाटा का या फिर निफ्ट CEED UCEED का प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं तो आप हमसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। सो दिस वाज द रिलेटेड टू टुडेज लाइव। सो ये आज का था जिसमें हमने ये सारी चीजें जो हैं वो डिस्कस किया है आज, और फिर हम लाइव होंगे। और अगर कुछ आपको पूछना है, इफ यू वांट टू आस्क समथिंग, यू कैन कमेंट आफ्टर लाइव ऑल्सो, व्हेन यू कैन comment in the comment section. We will check your comment, we will try to answer, or if required we will make video and we will post. तो आपको कुछ लगता है कि कुछ और इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, कुछ और वीडियो बनाना चाहिए हमको, आपको कहीं सपोर्ट चाहिए, तो वो भी आप उसके नीचे वीडियो में कमेंट कर सकते हैं। सो विल सी यू इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो। तब तक के लिए आप जो पीडीएफ है फर्स्ट राउंड के आंसर की का, वो इग्नाइट इंडिया के ऐप से डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, और नाटा के काउंसलिंग से रिलेटेड जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, जो स्टेप्स हैं, जो हमने आज इस लाइव में आपके साथ डिस्कस किया है, दैट आल्सो यू कैन डाउनलोड फ्रॉम द इग्नाइट इंडिया ऐप। सो काउंसलिंग प्रोसेस ऑफ नाटा विल स्टार्ट ओनली आफ्टर योर फाइनल रिजल्ट। जब रिजल्ट आ जाएगा उसके बाद होगा। नाटा तीनों अटेम्प्ट में अपीयर होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए, क्वेश्चनेबल है, आप एक बार डिस्कस कर लीजिए। एंड इफ यू नीड एनी हेल्प यू कैन maybe you can text on 914-888-2412। तो किसी दो अटेम्प्ट में अटेम्प्ट करना ही बेटर है, सो दैट whichever attempt you have more mark that will be considered as a final। अगर आप तीनों अटेम्प्ट में एग्जाम देते हैं तो फिर एवरेज मार्किंग हो जाएगी। अगर आपने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में बहुत कम स्कोर किया है और सेकेंड में थोड़ा ठीक किया, फिर लास्ट में बहुत अच्छा किया, तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा कि तीनों को मिला के हो सकता है कि आपको कुछ नुकसान हो जाए ऐसे मार्क्स का। तो ये जो है सो ट्रिकी है, दिस विल बी वेरी वेरी ट्रिकी दिस टाइम। सो डू नॉट अपियर if you are not very sure। अगर आप बहुत श्योर हो, if you are very confident, in that case you can appear in all 3 attempts। You can appear if you are very very sure about your result and you can score well in 3rd attempt। या फिर अगर किसी का फर्स्ट छूट गया है तो आपके 2 हैं ही अटेम्प्ट। तो काउंसलिंग प्रोसेस जो होगा वो नाटा आपका रिजल्ट आने के बाद होगा। फर्स्ट यू हैव टू स्टेप 1 यू नीड टू रजिस्टर ऑन द नाटा वेबसाइट। उसके बाद जो है सेकंड ये होगा कि आपको अपने चॉइस जो है वो लॉक करने होंगे। सो आपको जो भी इंटरेस्टेड जिस इंस्टीट्यूट में आप एडमिशन चाहते हैं उनको शॉर्टलिस्ट कर लीजिए, उसमें आप एडमिशन ले लीजिए, उनको शॉर्टलिस्ट कर लीजिए। फिर आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि जब वो शॉर्टलिस्ट हो गया है तो उसको लॉक कर सकते हैं, आप उसको फिल कर देंगे। आपके मार्क्स के बेसिस पे आपको जो है कैंपस अलॉट हो जाएगा। अलॉटेड सेंटर पे आपको जाना है डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साथ, एडमिट कार्ड की कॉपी, 10th 12th का जो आपका सर्टिफिकेट है वो चाहिए, 6 पासपोर्ट साइज जो है फोटो चाहिए। वहां पे जाके you have to give all the required document, and then your admission will be final, the seat will be allotted to you। वहां जाने पे कंफर्म होगा। अगर आप एक बार यहाँ हो गया, वहां नहीं जाते हैं फिजिकली, तो फिर से वो जो है सो आपका कैंसिल हो सकता है सीट। सो आई होप दिस वीडियो वाज हेल्पफुल, और अगर आपको ये अच्छा लगा हो यू कैन लाइक ऑल्सो, इफ यू नीड एनी कमेंट बिलो। I'll see you tomorrow। और ये जो PDF है आंसर की का, वो आप हमारे ऐप से डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। आप उसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। नाटा 2nd अटेम्प्ट और नाटा 3rd अटेम्प्ट के लिए प्रिपरेशन के लिए यू कैन ज्वाइन आवर टेस्ट सीरीज क्रैश कोर्स, और एंड यू कैन स्कोर गुड मार्क। ऑल द बेस्ट, विल सी यू टुमारो। कल मिलते हैं एक और लाइव में। और अगर कोई टॉपिक है आपके पास, आप चाहते हैं कि that we should cover, we should talk about that, so that also you can comment in the comment below। All right, thank you, we'll see you